Today's this video is a very short video I'm going to do is how to close your prospect uh, after events for cold leads. The reason I do this is because today after the event, I try to help a few of our partners to close their prospect, and at the same time I observe some of the things that I think I want to share so that these are small little things that we can avoid and make things easier for us when we want to close our prospect. Of course, there are still many other ways like if let's say you go to the new business training, Samantha um, also have a few very good way to close a prospect. So there's a lot you also can learn from there, or you can learn from any other people. Okay, so today I'm sharing my opinion or my way of doing the closing. Okay, first of all, you need to observe your prospect, and then you must build a rapport. So this rapport you must build very fast. Okay, observe this one. You must assess very fast that whether this person is positive, want to do this business, but he got some little problem behind that he need to solve, or is this person is very skeptical. Isn't it? Well, this business looks so good, but he crossed his arm, and then he has a lot of concern. He want to clarify. So these are the things you need to pick up very fast to decide how you want to close this prospect. Okay, now how to build rapport very fast. Okay, I'm not talking about you say something nice. All this take very long time to build rapport. The two fastest way to build rapport is by your body language and by your tone. Okay, your body language have to be individual. Means never face exactly opposite face to face with them, because this sitting position is called negotiation position. Okay, when you sit with somebody, you can recall yourself any other day. If you need to negotiate with people, you always face to face with them. Okay, but if you want to you know um become a bit more cozy, and then more supportive and more helpful, what kind of position you sit? You will always sit at the right angle of this person, or sit on the same direction of this person. That means you if let's say you are sitting somewhere, try to sit on the same side with them. That means you all are in a line, sit side by side, or you at least you sit in a 90-degree position. That means your shoulder and your prospect shoulder is it's in 90 degree, because this kind of sitting position is a bit more intimate and more supportive and in a more discussion mode. So this kind of body language automatically helps you to build rapport very fast. Okay, now the next thing is the speed and the tone of the speech. If let's say you realize that this person speak very slowly, you also must learn to slow down your speed and not match his speaking tone. Why? Because let's ask yourself, for example, if let's say you are very fast talker, and the other party is a very slow talker, do you feel a bit you know irritate sometimes? It's because you felt that it's cannot not connected. This is very subconscious one. Okay, so these are the things very easy to build rapport very fast. If this person speak very fast, you also speak very fast. Okay, if this person speak very slow, you speak very slow. Okay, you have to try to follow their tone. uh okay, but don't do it like you're intimidating them. Then that is too obvious already. You can slow down the speech. Okay, one. Okay, don't do it like very obvious. Now, okay, the four little things I want to share with you that you must keep always in mind. First is, do not start explaining anything unless they ask. Okay, you don't go in and then you start talking about, wow, just now the speaker never tell you this thing, that thing, blah blah blah. Wow, you start telling all the things. You must understand your prospect already sit there for 4 5 hours already and listening for 4 5 hours already. Now is the time for them to talk. I can tell you, they have an urge to talk. They want to voice out their concern. Okay, so you have to learn to listen rather than start talk about what you want to talk, and then you talk so many things. Our team is very good, we are very supportive, we help each other. My leader is who very good. No, don't start all this kind of thing. Okay, must learn to listen. Okay, listen what is their concern. Okay, now second is, don't ask open-ended question like, what do you think, how do you think, what is it about, what do you like. So open-ended. When you ask open-ended, people will come out with different funny answer, and then end of the day you have a hard time to close them. Okay. Number three is always ask a binary close question. Binary close question means you always ask, you want apple or orange, you want chicken rice or duck rice, you want ambassador or jumbo package. But I can tell you most people don't understand what is ambassador and jumbo one. They only remember 1008 2005 package or 1007 2005 package only. Okay, so you want to use Visa or Master, no different, but you can ask. Okay, but never ask an open-ended question. Always ask a binary closed question. Binary. Okay, always give them two options. Whatever question you ask is always two option one. Okay, don't say anything that they didn't bring up. For example, they may say, hey Francis, wow, the business, but I felt that the product uh I'm not very sure. So you don't start talking about the product, and then Genes, actually Genes is a very good company one. Our doctor how. So you maybe have to focus in on what does it mean that the product you don't understand or you felt no good or whatever. So you always follow what they say. Okay, always talk about or ask the question about their concern. If let's say if Francis, uh, the reason uh, I don't feel very comfortable with the product. So you say, oh, so which product you're referring, or what, which part you're not feeling comfortable about the product. So you have to ask back the same question that he asked concerning that topic, so that you get the um, actual concern that he had. Okay. Now, question of so for example, when you come out meet your prospect, you can say hello, hey, how are you? So then you can ask, so which you like most, product or business? This is a closing question, okay? It's a trial code question, okay? So you ask which you like most, products or business. Don't start with your story. I saw people start with all the long thing. Okay, don't do that. After you ask this question, you must keep quiet and wait for reply, irregardless how long it takes. Because you know why? Now, because you're so eager to close this deal, every second take to you, you felt that it's very slow. 5 minutes to you is like, wow, it takes so long. But I can tell you, to the prospect, when they are trying to figure out what is their concern or whether they should go for the decision or not, I can tell you sometimes they didn't realize that they take such a long time to think. So you must really very patient and wait for them to reply. Okay, sometimes they don't really realize the time passed already. Okay, you just have to wait for the answer. Okay, don't jump into the thing. So once you jump into the thing, he will feel relief, and then he won't answer you anymore. Now, after he answer you, you have to ask a deeper question. For example, if he say product, then you can say, oh, product. So you're focusing more on your own personal use, or is there somebody in your mind that you think that can benefit this product? You can just ask a slightly deeper question, and then sometimes their answer will be like, oh, actually I was thinking that I want to use this product for my parents. They are very old already, and then they're always sick. And then based on this, you can just give them a small little compliment. Wow, you really uh, treat your parents so well. You're already a very good doctor. Wow, I really envy your parents. Okay, just a small little compliment will do. No need to compliment until like so very big. Then people felt that you're very exaggerating. Small little compliment make people felt that what not only they feel good, they felt that you can understand them, and then they can feel connected with you. So this is very important. Okay, say something good about their decision. Now, first, then after that you have to go into the trial close already. Okay, trial close means you can ask it. You want the 1.8K or the 2.5K package to start your business? Or if let's say his concern is about to share with your family, or you can say, okay, to start or to help your family. If let's say they are focusing more on product, okay, if they're focusing on business, you say, so you want the 1.8K or 2.5K package to start your business. Okay, now sometimes these people can decide, they'll tell you, oh, you want 1.8 or 2.5. But commonly, sometimes people will ask you, what is the difference? What would you recommend? Which one should I take? So this is the answer I prepare for you. This is my answer. I'll say that 2.5 package is suitable for people like you want to do this business seriously. So if you want to do this business seriously, normally people, or you can say people who are very serious, people who are seriously want to do this business, they will take the 2.5K package. And for the 1.7K package is for people who want to test the product and start this business part-time. You see what I'm trying to say? So 2.5 is people who want to do this business seriously. 1.7 is people who want to test the product and also start this business part-time. Okay. So when you say this, then in his mind, if let's say he wanted to do this business very seriously, then he said, okay, maybe 2.5 is for me. Correct. You understand what I'm trying to say? Okay. Now, so over here, you can gauge him and gauge him what level of enthus he is, because some people they have a full-time job commitment. Okay, they are not ready to do any new business full-time. Okay. Now, the second trial close question is you can do is that you can take out your handphone with the J Mobile, and then you can say, okay, our business is on J Mobile. We can actually you can start your own flagship store, or you can start your own web store now using a mobile phone. Okay, now, so if you keep quiet, you just continue to open your mobile phone. Okay, the first question you ask, I know on your mobile phone registration, the first thing to fill out is the username. Okay, but my advice to you is never start with a username. Why? Because sometimes when you start asking username, or then he start thinking really, what name should I use? What name should I choose? After he think sometimes, and then you don't know what he thinking, he may say, "Aya, I tell you what lah, maybe I decide another day." You understand what I'm trying to say? So you always start with his name first. So how do I spell your name? Um, you want to use your Christian name or you want to use the IC name? This kind of thing. In what contact you want me to put in? What email address? After you fill out all this thing ready, then you can ask him, if so for username, do you have any username in mind? Then people will ask you what kind of username. So you must give recommendation. Don't let them fly all over the place. Okay, give recommendations means it's just like an email. You got any, you like your email username. Okay. For me personally, I use very similar to my email so that I can remember. You understand what I'm trying to say? So you have to give them some idea how to choose a username. Okay. So because why? They already fill out the name and contact. So sometimes they felt a bit obligated that to stop the thing. Okay, but if let's say the first question you ask them to think a username, then they think for so long they cannot decide. They may pause the thing. Okay. Now the third trial code question you can ask is that, so you want to use Visa or Mastercard? So Visa. So did you bring your Visa card now? Say you don't mind you take out your Visa card now, so I can on the spot set up your web store for you. You get what I'm trying to say? Now, so the next thing is handling objection. So normally there'll be some objection. Okay, but you have to observe the prospect body language. Okay, if let's say the prospect cross his arm, meaning what? This person is interested in this business, but he's very skeptical because he got some very strong concern. Maybe it's because, like today's case, the prospect is civil servant. She want to do this business, but she very concerned that this business will affect her full-time job as a civil servant. Maybe she's some sensitive position. We won't know. Okay, so you don't know their position, so you have to observe. If let's say this person, the other day the other guy he crossed his arm, and then because he don't believe that Janice can pay out so much money. So all these are the concerns. When you see people in this kind of cross their arms and very negative position, you should focus more on asking and try to dig out what is really their concern. Ask a deeper question. Keep asking questions until you really find what is the real problem of he or her concern. Rather than you try to close. I can tell you most of the time you won't be able to close or they won't close one. Okay? Now, So when people in a negative body language, you have to keep asking deeper question. And then when you explain their concern, always explain in a very, very simple way. Don't start, wow, when you do this, and then after you recruit the first one, you become the second one, and then after that you put on your left leg, the power leg. I saw some of them try to explain a new prospect. Wow, you put this power leg, and then power leg got upline, and then downline, and then left leg, right leg. Wow, I can tell you, they won't understand. In fact, you will confuse them, and then they will start asking you even more and more and more questions. Okay, explain in a very simple way. If let's say sometimes they don't know how where the $35 come from, you say, oh, as long as you have 900 points, Genex will give you 35 US dollars already. So you can say just simple like this, because when these people in the business, after he sign up already, normally what happens? You can ask yourself, after you sign up already, what happened? You go back and do research, right? Go and watch video, try to understand more the complaint, you search here, search there, right? Correct. So it's the same thing, right? Then they will go back and start to search on. So no matter what you explain, they will not be able to be 100% understand you, right? Okay, so the next thing is don't mention anything outside of your question. If their question is about they don't have the budget to they'll say that I only can take out this package next month. So you know that actually this person got budget already. Now he or she don't have this amount of money to sign up now. So you don't start talking about, you have to sign up now, big package, small package, your power leg how, next week how. Wow, I can tell you this person will start to confuse, and then after that he will think of many things. Okay, if let's say this person has a budget, later I'll talk about that. Okay, the next thing is you have to show your support for them. So remember, in the start of this training, I talked about you have to stand in a position where that you are in line with them or 90 degrees with them, because this is a position of discussion. This is a position of intimacy. This is a position of supporting. But if let's say you talk face to face exactly 180 degrees head to head, that kind of position is a negotiation position. They won't feel that you are supporting them. So body language is something very interesting. Next time, I is an opportunity, I'll explain all these things to you. But at this point of time, you just take it as it is. Okay. Now, another thing is sometimes people ask this thing, that thing, this thing, that thing. So there are certain questions you find that it's a little bit question difficult to answer. So what you can do is, okay, beside this concern, is there anything else stopping you to start this business or stopping you to do this business? Because what I want you to do is I want you to isolate. Isolate means what? Okay, he got one big concern here. Maybe the concern is trustability, or whether the company really can pay this money or not. Then you have to ask, so beside this thing, is there anything else? Then he said, I think the rest I'm quite happy, I'm okay about it. I said, this thing, I'm not very comfortable, I still don't understand. So you just isolate so that you know where to focus on. Okay, if you don't isolate, then after you answer this concern, he will start to create a new objection to you. Okay, so you must isolate. Now, some people, their concern is that some people feel it's very expensive or it's too much money to pay. Then you can say that, hey, I share with you something. If you see this thing carefully, actually the business platform is free for you. The money you pay for or the money you use is actually for the products. So you like no 1,007 you are actually getting about the value of about $2,000 or $2,002, or if you base on retail is 2,005. Say, hey, actually, do you know that for 1,007 the product you take is equivalent to the market value of 2,005. You get what I'm trying to say? So you have to be come in the way that let their mind open about what is their concern. So but if let's say you never isolate to what is their real concern, then you will start talking things all over the place, all over the shop. Then you are not answering to their concern. But if you isolated that it's because they felt it's too expensive, then you know where to tackle and where to focus on them. Okay, but the next thing is they're showing sign that budget is a problem. I can tell you truthfully, and this is most of the thing I encounter. If this person totally not interested, he will walk away and leave the event arena, leave the place immediately. He don't even want to stay back and talk to you or see you. But if this person, he's very interested, if he stay back, I can tell you it's probably 80% of the time is budget problem. So, but budget problem is something very sensitive because he hardly know you. So he won't tell you, say, hey, do you know, actually, I spent all my money already. I don't have so much money to invest, but I really like this business. They won't tell you this way one. So you must learn to ask tactfully. You can ask, if you find that this is a sign, then you should ask, hey, I ask you, so you don't ask loudly. You must, a bit like, a bit of whispering the kind of position. Okay, you say, hey, how much are you willing to invest to do this business? Okay, a lot of people always have say that, something, we have a cheaper package, basic package only, you only $330. You don't start with like this, because when you say that, wow, you have a basic package, you know what's the next question? The next question is, so I've got so many package one. So what kind of package do I have? So they want to see all the option. And then when they start to see all the option, then they get very confused really. Okay. So you always have to close him first. You have to frame him up first. So you have to ask him, so how much are you willing to invest to do this business? So most of the time, I the answer I get is a few $100. So I will ask him. So when you say a few hundred means what? Means 500 or 800. I remember always ask a binary close question. 500, 800. Then you say, yeah, about 500. I'm quite okay lah. 500, I don't mind to try this business. You get the point. So when he say 500, I say, okay, I tell you, let me help you. Okay, um, I'll advise you. I will recommend you to take this package. It's only 330 already. It's within your budget and within your comfortable area already. Okay, so how you want to start this? Do you have a credit card? You have a Visa or Mastercard? You see, so now you see how I flow the whole thing. Once he said $500, I will say that there is a package of 330. So you want to use Visa or Master. You see where I flow the whole thing through? So when you flow the whole thing through, then it's easy to close. Okay, rather than you say, hey, we have a cheaper package, basic package only, it's only 330. Then he will start, yeah, you got so many package. Why just now the speaker never tell us? Then become a trustability issue. Okay, so this is end of this training. I hope that in future I try to give a more detailed training on this closing, but this is what I observed today, and I hope that this small little thing you can use and then helps you to close your thing better. Okay, thank you very much. Bye. Have a good night.